Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kauthar. If this is your very first time here, and I'm Nigeria's crochet queen. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to work with this crochet diagram. This is a motif. It's a hexagon. It has 6 sides, so this is a motif that you can make a lot of to maybe do a blanket, do garments. I think I'm going to be using mine for a wall hanging, but this is basically the motif. I got it from the internet. It's a crochet diagram, and if you're not familiar with crochet diagrams are just crochet patterns, but they are not written out. They've just represented all the sentences with symbols such that it is more compact and anybody from any country can understand it, because most of the people that use crochet diagrams, they are people that don't speak English, right? So once there's a crochet diagram, it means that people that don't speak English can understand this diagram, people that speak English can understand this diagram. And what we're going to be doing in this video today is working with this diagram that I have here with me. Before we go further, please subscribe to my YouTube channel down below and click on the bell icon so that you're notified every time I post a video. I post tutorials twice every week, and your crochet diagram game is definitely going to get better if you keep watching my videos. There's also going to be a link to this diagram in the description box below in case you want to download this or print it out. Just click on that link. And if you still prefer to work with written patterns, I'm going to leave a link to the written pattern because I've also made a written pattern out of this. There's a link to that in the description box, so you can just click on it to see the written pattern. But without further ado, let's just get into this diagram. So, like I always say, the very first thing you want to do is write out all the icons you can see in this diagram and what they represent, so that whenever you get to that icon in the diagram, you know what you're supposed to do. Now, we can see this big circle in the middle. This for motifs like this, you notice you start working from the middle and then building it out. That's why I'm also starting to write down the icons from the middle. So there is this big circle in the middle, and that means a magic ring. So you're going to be starting this motif by doing a magic ring. I'm just writing that here. Now the next thing we can see is the small oval circles. This one's here, this one's, and they represent chains. So whenever you see this oval shape in the pattern, in the diagram, you do a chain, and I've written that down. We can see this long bar with 2 horizontal bars across. This one's here, and those ones represent double crochet, and I'm writing that here as well, double crochet. So whenever you see that, you do a double crochet and you're not wondering what you're supposed to be doing. And then lastly, we can see a lot of letter X, 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 and those ones represent single crochet. If you're not familiar with the single crochet and double crochet stitch, you can check my description box. I have links to tutorials to the single crochet and the double crochet stitches there, so you can watch that and then come back to watch this one. But now that I've written out all the icons in this diagram and what they mean, we're going to start working now. And like I said, we're going to be working from the middle of this diagram. So the very first thing we're going to do is do this magic ring, and once we're done, of course, we go to the chains. So we do a chain 3. So let me just do the magic ring and the chain 3 and we get into it properly. So I'm just doing the magic ring now. Magic ring is also called the magic circle, and you basically just want to wrap the yarn around your 2 fingers until you have a circle, and that's just it. That's why it's magic. Then you pull out your yarn. Like this is the circle. Then you put your hook into the circle and pull out your working yarn. And that is all. It's so easy. Then remember, the first thing to do is to chain 3, which is 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going back to the diagram now. So I've done this chain 3, right? So the next thing to do is a double crochet, chain 1, and I'm just going to do that. Still inside the magic circle. A double crochet, chain 1, and then I go back. So I've done this double crochet, chain 1. See, the double crochet is inside the magic circle. So what we're going to be doing now is 2 double crochets, chain 1, 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 2 double crochets, chain 1 to get to the end of this round. And you notice that everything here is inside this magic circle. So I'm going to be doing it in the magic circle. And I just want to count how many sets of double crochet we have so we know how many to do. This is 1 set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 sets. So let's just do that now. So we're doing 2 double crochets, 1, 2, then you chain 1, 2 double crochets again, everything in that magic circle, chain 1 again, 1, 2, chain 1 again, 1, 2. You know, we're supposed to have 6 of this. I just want to count how many we have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me just finish the 6th one. I'm chaining 1 for this one, then I do the 6th set of 2 double crochets, 1, 2, then I chain 1. Now I'm going to just pull on this to bring the magic circle together and close up that gap. And now that I'm done, I just go to the diagram to see what next to do. So I've just finished this 2 double crochets, chain 1. You can see there's a very small circle here. I hope you can see it. This means to just slip stitch to the chain 3 at the beginning so that you join it and it becomes a proper circle. So I'm just going to slip stitch into this chain 3 at the beginning and we can move on to round 2. So this is the beginning. This is chain 1, chain 2 and chain 3. So in this chain 3, I put my hook and I do a slip stitch, and that is the end of round 1. To begin round 2, we finish round 1 here. So to begin round 2, we do another chain 3 double crochet in the immediate space, like in the actual space that the hook is in. So let me just do the chain 3 double crochet first. So just here, chain 3, then do a double crochet, right, then I go back to the diagram. I've done this chain 3 double crochet. Then in the next chain 1 space, I do 2 double crochets. See, 1, 2, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, right? And that's what I'm going to be doing in each chain 1 space from the previous row. See, the next chain 1 space will have 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and I'm just going to be doing that till I get to the last chain 1. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, then 2 double crochets again. Then I go to the next chain 1 space, which is here. I do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Then in the next chain 1 space, which is here, I do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. I'm just going to keep doing that till I get to the end of this round. So I get to the last chain 1 space. Okay, so this is the last chain 1 space, right? You know, we've been doing 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and in this space we already have 2 double crochets that will end the set. So what I'm just going to do is do 2 double crochets, 1, 2, then I do my chain 1. Now I'm not going to be doing the last 2 double crochets because we already have 2 double crochets here. So what I'll do now is just slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 from the beginning to complete this set of 2 double crochets. So you can see we now have 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets in that space, and that brings us to the end of our round 2. For round 3, see, this is where I've just finished now. Here, this is round 2. So to do our round 3, we start with a chain 3, then we do 3 more double crochets in the chain 1 space. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, chain 3, then 3 double crochets in this chain space. Let me just do that. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, then you do 3 double crochets, which is 1, 2, 3. Right, so I'm done with the chain 3, 3 double crochets. I go back to the diagram. I finished this chain 3, 3 double crochets. So what I'm going to do is in the next chain 1 space, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets in each chain 1 space from the previous row. Right, that is what I'm going to be doing now. 7 double crochets in each chain 1 space from the previous row. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing in this round. So I'm just going to do, this is the first chain 1 space, so I do 7 double crochets there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to go around, like in all the chain 1 spaces, I'll be putting 7 double crochets in there, and then I'll meet you guys when I'm at the end of this round. So I'm rounding up now, and I want to work in the last chain 1 space. I've worked in this chain 1 space. This is the last chain 1 space, right? And we already have 4 double crochets here. You can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to put 3 more double crochets there because we want 7 all together. So 1, 2, 3, right? So I'm then going to do a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 to join this round, and that brings me to the end of our round 3. We go to round 4. Yay! This is where I've just finished now. So for round 4, chain 1 and do single crochet in the top of all the stitches from the previous row, and you're also going to be putting a single crochet in between the 7 DC clusters. As you can see, that's what this single crochet is in between this cluster and this cluster. So you do single crochet in all the stitches till you get to the end of the round, including the space between the clusters. So chain 1, single crochet in this first, single crochet in the next, single crochet in the next, single crochet in the next. The space between the this is a 7 double crochet cluster, and this is another 7 crochet cluster. In this space between, like the space here, we do a single crochet there, then we continue from here. Don't forget that. That's a 7 double crochet there, and then the next. To be continuing this till I get to the end of this round. Okay, I've just come to the end of this round. See, I've done the single crochet in the very last stitch. So what I'm going to do to finish up this row is to slip stitch in the chain 1 from the beginning, just to close up this row, and that is what I'm doing now. And that brings me to the end of my row 4. Now we're just finishing. We're doing the last row. I've just done this slip stitch into the chain 1 at the beginning, and I'm going to do the to start with this row, the last row, we're going to do a chain 3 in the top of the very first single crochet. Then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do 7 more double crochets on top of the next 7 single crochets. Let me just do that. This is the very first single crochet. I'm doing a slip stitch into there, then I chain 3. Now I do 7 double crochets in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Alright, so I go back to the diagram. So what I've done is this chain 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've done chain 3, 7 double crochets. So in the next single crochet, I do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Let me just do that. In this next single crochet, I do the double crochet, chain 1, then double crochet in that space. Now that I'm done with this, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to be doing 7 double crochets in each of the next 7 stitches, and then in the next one we do double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and that's all we're going to be doing till we get to the end of this round. So starting from this next single crochet, we do 7 double crochets. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Then in the next space we do double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then we continue with double crochet in the next 7 times, and we'll just continue this till we get to the end of this round. So I finished the last 7 double crochets. Like I've done the double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, then I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've done 7 more. So the last thing to do, of course, is double crochet, chain 1. Then this chain 3 that we did at the beginning is the second double crochet for the double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So I just slip stitch into that chain 3 from the beginning, and now I have double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and I fasten off my work. That brings me to the end of this pretty motif. So this is what I have. This is the hexagon motif, and I really like it. See, it was so easy to make. You can even use it as posters, but I'm going to be making a lot of hexagons and then joining everything together. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel down below and click the bell icon so you're notified every time I post, and also check the description box, all helpful links. So the link to the crochet diagram that I used, the link to the written pattern, link to my Instagram page where you can shop my supplies, and if there's any other tutorial you'd like to see, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below, and don't forget to thumbs up this video if you found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.